Hello, good day, and happy new moon. We are in Gemini season, and today we have two powerful astrological events. It's not only a new moon in an air sign, but and it's considered a strawberry moon when the strawberry in some parts of the world are ripened. Not in my garden yet. I have to wait for July. But we also have a solar eclipse, and actually there is not so much sun. It's a little bit cloudy today here in uh, in Norway, where I'm now physically. Nice to meet you again. I'm Irini Hara, and I wish to make a short announcement about upcoming event I organize in the month of August, where we enter into the enchantress or high priestess archetype. This is part of a series of vision quests with the Mary Magdalene archetypes and faces, a very original creation and project I started last year. So this year is already the second time I organized this series online. And sorry, I found the hat. I don't want to be disturbed by hats because actually we don't need one today. There is not so much sun. So I was saying that um, this is the second year I organized this vision quest. And it is a project that is very dear to me, and it calls all those women who feel the energy of the Magdalena, of Mary Magdalene, which is actually the true embodiment of the woman who is awakened, who is free, who is wild, and at the same time a sinner and a saint. It's not the biblical translation of this figure of character when actually they consider her a sinner who was absolved by her sins by Christ. In the modern and apocryphal interpretation of the Bible character, Mary Magdalene is a messenger of good news, not only of the news that she brought to the apostles about the resurrection of Christ, as it is written in the New Testament, but also of the good news. She is the keeper of the doors, the good news, a messenger of this peaceful, heart uh, warming energies. And she invites every each of you, if you are a woman, to walk on her path because it is a path of light, of wisdom, and a lot of love. We actually call it the path of the feminine Christ, a path where we can find ourselves, our deepest essence as a woman, as a female body that is able to embody the divine energy inside. And this embodiment or this presence of Mary requires practice, requires discipline, requires courage. It's not an easy path to take, but it's extremely rewarding. This series I propose for 5 days from 19th to 23rd of August this year is about, as I said, the enchantress or the high priestess archetype of Mary Magdalene. Is the third archetype of a medicine wheel of the womb of Magdalene, and we shall work with the three faces of this archetype that are the harlot, the alchemist, and the visionary. Because we can all be a sacred priestess of sexual mystery, as she was. She was trained in the Isis temple in Egypt in her youth. We can all be an alchemist of our own energies and the energies of others when we are called to support other people in a way or another. And we are all visionaries of our own life purpose and dreams and of what we want or feel called to birth into our world. And These traces of these archetypes are very much needed nowadays, very much needed to awaken something important, something sacred, not only in our own body, in our mind, in our psyche, in our heart, but also in our own families, in our communities, and eventually around the globe. And I don't know how many of you know, but there is already a big movement of many women who have felt the calling of priestesshood of Mary Magdalene, of her lineage of priestesses, who are doing this work of gathering in circle big groups of people, and not only women but also men, because men also have their contribution on this path together with women. And once a woman understands and embodies, accepts the energy of Magdalena in her life, she's able to change her man, her children, the world around in a very positive way. So, what this vision quest actually means? It is an experiential, you can call it online retreat if you want, because it includes both individual work. Each of the 5 days, there will be different works to do that might take from 1 hour to maximum 2 hours a day for each of those who want to participate. And then in 2 of the days around this period, it's actually the second and the third day, in the evening we meet together in the group in a sacred space on Zoom. And there we will do some uh, deep work of constellation and embodiment to access the energies of intentions that we set for ourselves, for our own growth, for our own healing path. And as I facilitate family constellation and art therapy sessions, I am able to hold the space in such a way that each of the participants, each of the member of the group receives something important for her own journey of self-discovery and growth. The individual work to be done in each of the 5 days includes many contents. I usually record some of them, and together with written guidelines, I send them by email uh, prior to start of the vision quest. Usually it's 1 week before, so I tend to accept subscriptions up to 7 days before the start of the vision quest. In this case, it will be more or less up to 12, 13 of August. So for those of you who are interested to apply, remember that you can send me an email or just subscribe to my website, www.palomablanca.org, or you send an email to paloma.blanca0175@gmail.com. And I can send you a welcome letter where I actually explain more about the contents and how we are going to organize these 5 days of this retreat or vision quest. There is always an overall intention that we work with, and the event is also available on one Eventbrite, but also in my page on Facebook called Womb Circle Seeds of Light and Wisdom. In the section of events, you will find it easily. It has the name Harlotte Artemis Visionary. And the intention, the overall intention for the group, can then add to the specific or personal intention of each of the participants, is how to grow more into self knowledge, how to expand, how to bring more awareness and power to our own life. And why not a little bit of magic? Because this is a magical experience, I can assure you. And actually, there are already testimonials on my website, palomablanca.org, where people speak about their own experience during the past vision quest. And this experience can be done as an unique experience, or you can take all the 4 vision quests. So to journey starting with the maiden and then with the mother, the ancient trance, and the crone along the year. Usually there is a difference of 2, 3, up to 4 months in between them because I try to choose the periods when we do each vision quest in accordance with specific astrological events or important portals that are opening where we can get most of the energies that are also coming from higher realms and combine them with our own energies in the sacred space. But of course, if you don't want to do the whole medicine wheel through these 4 vision quests a year, you do only that one that attracts you more, that feels that is more in tune with that energy, your energy in that moment. So the individual work is based on somehow a standard type of structure and uh, type of content. I usually propose 3 rituals to be done in 3 different days. And you have 3 journeys, shamanic journeys that are guided and recorded that are sent to you. And you can listen the day you are proposed to do it, or along the period, or even after, because actually each of these vision quests opens a period of 3 months where you can still work with these energies and learn more about them and yourself and actually integrate the answers and insights you get and the feelings you get in this experience. And so, besides the ritual and the shamanic journeys, there are 3 types of shamanic journeys I always propose, and they are led by these 3 faces of the archetype we work with. So, the harlot in this case would be a shamanic journey toward in the underworld, and then in the middle world, you are journeying with an alchemist, while the visionary will open the path into a journey in the upper world. And if each of these journeys invites you to journey inside yourself in all these worlds and dimensions that you carry inside. And it's a wonderful journey because you get into an altered state of consciousness when you have access to information that was previously hidden. And so you can uncover the hidden and understand more about what you need to do, what you're called to do, or what you can develop more in your life. And then in each vision quest, I also propose 2 recorded transmissions with goddesses. And for this specific one, you have the goddess Freya, which is a Norse goddess. And this should be in the 4th day of the vision quest. I'm just checking now the structure I proposed because I don't remember all by heart. Just to check something else, but no, I don't have the full memory. So there are 2 goddesses for each, and there are those who actually uh, embody somehow the energies of the enchantress or high priestess. And Freya, the recording I did for the Freya goddess is very powerful because it invites you to connect to a very ancient place and ritual and to bring together the masculine and feminine energies. And then the other goddess that I invited here is the goddess Lilith, which is a very ancient goddess that answers very well to the energy of Mary Magdalene because she's the first wife of Adam, according to legends or the myth, and is the type of woman who is extremely independent and the one who experiences life with a lot of freedom and curiosity and exploration. And she's not afraid to handle difficulties and to take risks. And Lilith also will bring a very powerful activation for each of you that goes also through activating sacred fire and Kundalini energy. And then, of course, as it is a vision quest, I introduce meditations with 2 elements per vision quest. And according to the structure of the medicine wheel, for this type of vision quest in August, we will have a meditation with the air element representing the intellect. The air element also corresponds to the south direction of the medicine wheel, a classical structure of medicine wheel. And then we will have also the medicine or the meditation brought by the water element that corresponds to the west direction in the medicine wheel, and it represents the realm of our emotions, our feelings, um, how we deal with them, how we connect with them. And then, of course, again, is a vision quest. We will have also guidance from power animals. And this time, the power animals that I will invite into space to bring your insights and healing energies are the dolphins and the whales that somehow are also very much connected with the water element and with the deep wisdom from deep waters of the seas, of the oceans. Then we have meditation, a healing meditation with the frog medicine. Uh, there is a very special frog I had in mind when I recorded this meditation, and actually I have the medicine of the frog still in my body. Is a frog from Amazonian forest, from which whose skins there is collected this venom, this poison that, if applied in small doses on the body through a very special technique, it will bring a deep cleaning and healing to the body, to actually a boost into the immune system. And then we will have a meditation with the swan as power animal, which is a very gentle, graceful, and power animal of Mary, and she's also a symbol of love, of purity, of love. Of, it's an animal that somehow bridges the two elements we are going to work in this vision quest, that are, as I said, the air and the water, because she's able to swim on the waters where she also finds the food, but actually she could also fly up into the air. And besides these contents that are recorded, and then you will be invited to take on your own according a specific structure I propose, but keep in mind that it's very flexible, so you also organize your day as you can. As there some of the days are working days, you can take this in other days, or you just do one day, just two contents, and you postpone others for other days. But besides this, you also have a creative uh, process through a vision board. And this vision board will actually uh, give you more focus around the, the main topic or the main intention, as I said, that is proposed for this kind of vision quest. And this this kind of creative endeavor implies the use of paper, pencils, painting materials, feathers, or other objects or items that you can find in nature, and is uh, does not place any limitation on your own creativity, on what you actually think would be a creative um, outlet or a creative potential that you have inside. Just allow this creative potential to unfold and to bring you that vision on a board. But the board can be, as I said, a paper or a cardboard or a textile cloth or anything. You can even use pictures from magazines and journals. You can sing, you can dance, you can drum, you can do anything. And this vision board that you can do it along this whole period of 5 days, and you can even continue it after it until you will work with the next archetype. If you will want to join us for October Vision Quest with the Crown, this vision board will allow you to bring your intention into materialization in the form of an image or of a painting or maybe a song, whatever you feel is right for you and for your creativity. And you will be asked while you will do this vision board several questions, which are actually around this intention of the vision quest. And the first one will be, what is your main source of power? Where can you find tools and people to help you tap more into your power? What is the relationship between your own power and the higher self energy? How you can manifest this power into the world? And what are the endeavors that can fully express your authentic higher self, the answers of your soul as a woman and as a Magdalena? And for this purpose of the vision board, I usually send guidelines, written guidelines, and some examples of images or templates that you can use to actually achieve, to accomplish this task. So it's a lot of content, and actually the value of exchange I propose for this complex content and so varied, considering that we also have 2 live sessions where we do very deep work of constellation and therapy, is very little. And keep in mind that this space for the Vision Quest with Mary Magdalene is open only to 12 ladies. With me will be 13. Why 13? Because 13 is the number of the goddess. And 13 means 4. Although we are in a year that is 2021 is 5, the year of change, of sudden changes and continuous transformation. 4, if we continue to deal with this number as a group, gives us stability, gives us purpose, solidity, and structure. So if you are called by these energies and by contents that I'm proposing you, connect with me by email, paloma.blanca0175@gmail.com, or just subscribe to my website. You can also connect with me, Irini Hara, on Facebook, and I send you the welcome letter with this information in a more detailed way that explains all this in written form, so you can have time to read and decide if you want to book your spot, because usually these places that are very few, they are given quite quickly. The language we are going to speak is English, but if any of you is speaking Romanian, Italian, or Portuguese and has more difficulty with English but really wants to participate, is also possible. I will not be able to translate you all the materials, but at least for the live sessions in the second and third day of the Vision Quest, I can offer you some translation. So at least for working with your intention, you will fully understand. And for the materials, you can always do a translation on Google Translate or other tools that you have. It's much easier. For the recorded materials, I cannot do much, but actually, even if you don't know very well English, you can still feel the energies when they activate inside you. I already had this testimonial from other participants from the past Vision Quest who maybe understood a little bit English, but then they were able to receive the energies and the feeling that they were supposed to receive from each of the meditation or the journeys. So again, subscribe to my website, palomablanca.org, or to my YouTube channel, Irini Hara, to know more about my activities and upcoming events. This event with Mary Magdalene Vision Quest is available on Facebook, on Womb Circle, Seeds of Light and Wisdom, which is my community or my page on Facebook, in the section of events. And I hope that You will hurry up when you will see this, and you will dare to offer yourself a unique magical experience together with other women in a sacred space. Mary Magdalene will change your life for sure. And be aware that her call is sacred. Take it very seriously. As much as you can take yourself as a woman, as a whole woman, as the one who becomes the one who has always been and will always be. Ashe and blessed be. And thank you.